In this video, I just want to talk about my AC1 figures, which were very bad a few years ago and much improved now. Okay, almost normal now, and I've achieved this through intermittent fasting and through eating very low carb meals and through fasted exercise. And these are the three ways that I have lost about 25 kg in the last 3 years, with most of that being in the last year, in fact. So just have a look at the next segment of the video where I just go through the figures, and hopefully it'll inspire you if you're diabetic yourself and you need to lose weight, or if your blood sugars are very high. Just have a look at the next segment of the video, and maybe you can pick up something and learn a bit about this terrible condition. All right. Bye. Hello, these are my HbAC1 figures from 2015 to 2019. Although I have been diabetic since 2007, and I've always had high blood sugar because I abuse my diabetes with a high sugar, high carb diet. Okay, so anyway, I'll just go through some of the numbers here. First test there, 6/8 2015, the percentage 9.1 and the mmol's 76, and my weight was 116 kg. So all these numbers are very high. My diabetes very bad there, and at this point I was taking insulin shots, and I was on a lot of pills as well. But I was just really eating tubs of ice cream, and just really eating very badly. That's what I want to say. So moving on then, 10/5 2016 was next test, and it was worse, right? The percentage 9.7, mmol's were 83, and my weight was 118 kg. At this point here, then I really was doing bad. 4/8 2016, worst test ever, 98 mmol and 11.1%. These are really dangerously high numbers, and bear in mind at this stage, I was taking lots of medication, but it didn't matter. My insulin levels were just through the roof. I had incredibly bad insulin resistance. My weight was at an all-time high, although I had been a bit heavier some years before that. But anyway, so just after this point here, I got a leak. I got the annual diabetic eye check, and they discovered I had a leak behind my right eye, and I'm very concerned about that. So after that point, I tried to make some changes, and I got very interested in the whole keto lifestyle, low carb, intermittent fasting. I discovered Dr. Berg on YouTube and the Diet Doctor website, and that sort of put me back on track. Now coming into 2017, I was doing well. I'd lost a good bit of weight, and I was taking things more seriously. I was doing a bit of intermittent fasting. I was eating lower carbs, but I was still having a few desserts here and there, and not too bad, but not great either. But anyway, we had some personal tragedy came our way in the summer of 2017, and I kind of went off the rails a bit, and I actually came very close to having a stroke. I was in visiting my GP for just to get a form filled, and it was for a driving license. He had to test my blood pressure, and it was through the absolute roof. He reckoned I was on the verge of having a stroke, and I had to be sent to the emergency department in hospital and given medication to bring down my blood pressure in the short term. But from that point on, I was put on more blood pressure medication, And this is for a separate video. I'll talk about the whole blood pressure scenario. But not long after that whole incident, I got my blood pressure back right, and I was tested again, and I had managed to actually drop down my AC1 63 or 7.9%, and my weight had come down a lot. I dropped 6 kilos in 5 months. So anyway, moving on then, I had another test in 17 because of the whole blood pressure scenario. So pretty much unchanged there, but I did drop more weight. Now, coming into 2018, now I was getting very serious about the whole low carb, keto, intermittent fasting, training, doing a lot of working out, and I got the figures down a good bit. Down now, still a bit high, 49, 6.6, 99 kilos in weight. But things were looking better anyway. And over the last year anyway, I have this, it was exactly 1 year from these two dates here. So between when I had the blood done in 18 and 19, exactly 1 year. But I managed to drop 4 kilos in weight, and I've come down on the down to 41 on the AC1 in mmol's at 5.9%. That's where I'm at now. So in a few years, I've dropped 25 kg or 26 kg. And since this test is done, 6 weeks ago, I've dropped a bit more weight, and I've come off some diabetic medication. I'm off metformin now, which was giving me a sleep disorder, and I was taking sleeping tablets. I'm off them as well. So anyway, if you're still watching, thanks very much. I do appreciate it. But and please subscribe. But it can be reverse diabetes, type 2 diabetes. It can be through the low carb and fasting regimes. It can be turned around. I'm still not out of the woods. Like I could have better figures, but they're coming down anyway. There you go. Anyway, clearly, like, this video is only for those really interested in this kind of stuff. Anyway.